Happy morning, dear friends. Here's Dr. Rajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, today we are going to discuss on matrix inverse. The matrix inverse is central to solving matrix equations in practical applications, including fitting statistical model to data. Okay, before going on to the discussion, let me just include the necessary libraries, import the NumPy library and assign it as like alias NP. And next it is for matplotlib. Yes, dear friends, this imports the plotting module pyplot from matplotlib and aliases as PLT. And dear friends, of course, we are also including this import Hilbert. Yes, this is exact functions to create Hilbert matrices for numerical analysis and stability testing. And yes, dear friends, we have included the warnings. Yes, this imports Python's built-in warnings modules, so which allow control over warning messages generated during execution. And yes, we have just included the default parameters. Yes, for the font size and enabling the grids and setting the transparency of the grid lines to 30%. And of course, the font size for all text in plot to 12 points. Yes, and yeah, closing the dictionary and applies all the configuration updates. We have just, let me include this and execute this. Yes, of course, we have the version as NumPy version with 2.3.5. We are just going to discuss about one-side matrix. Dear friends, this one-side matrix can transform a rectangular matrix to an identity matrix. But it works only for one multiplication order. In particularly, a tall matrix that can have a left inverse and a wide matrix that can have a right inverse. So a non-square matrix has a one-side inverse only if it has a maximal possible rank. That is, a tall matrix has left inverse. If it is rank n, it is for full column rank. And a wide matrix has a right inverse if it rank m is full row rank. Okay, so let me just discuss one by one. So first of all, let me just move on to the left inverse for a tall matrix. Construct a code and verifies a left inverse for a tall matrix. So dear friends, here we have, of course, we have done with an random matrix, and its shape is 40 into 4. So here the exact shape is 40 into 4. Of course, it is a tall. And when on just making towards the mapping, here r to the power of 4 towards r to the power of 40. And what would be the ranking? Yes, let me just observe the exact ranking by using this. And yes, typically full column ranking, it would be 4. Let me just see when on the execution. And here we are just going to form the step 1. And what is it? Yes, here it going to give an T transpose T. Okay, T transpose T. And here when we just specify this T transpose T, the shape it would be as like 4 into 4. It would be a square matrix. And here it seems to be a symmetric property where positive define if column of T are independent. And of course, it just goes to results as like T transform T. It would be for a 4 into 4 matrix. And when on just making towards an invertibility, okay, so kindly just observe, dear friends, we are just going to specify an invertibility. So here it would results with full rank of 4. Okay, so full rank of 4. Yes, of course, it is an invertibility because this is guaranteed if T is a full column, because we are taking a tall matrix. Okay, so T is a full column matrix and we have 4 columns. Okay, so let me just construct the left inverse by using the exact standard formula. Okay, so here we are just going to have our computing the left inverse, and let I just mathematically specify L equals T transpose T whole inverse multiple by T transpose. So this is what the exact mathematical equation. And dear friends, we are also going to identify the property. Okay, so that is more Penrose pseudo inverse for full column rank matrix. Okay, so this is the exact equation. Kindly just observe. Okay, next let me just want to know what is the left inverse property. So here it would be LT, which is equal to T transpose T, the whole inverse, multiple by T transpose, and of course we are just going to multiply the T with on the both the side, which it just gives identity of 4. Identity of 4, yes, of course it is a 4 into 4 identity matrix, and it confirms, yes, L is a left inverse of T. And here it just sees whether it is an T at L, that is it right inverse, that doesn't exist. Okay, because it is 40 into 40 and not equally to identity. Okay, so it just anyhow it's just going to result with false. And here we want to execute this shape, and here what is this TL? Yes, exactly this TL, one second, yes, this exact TL, which is equal to T multiple by T transpose T, the whole inverse T transpose. Actually, this is the projection matrix. Okay, so this is exactly the projection matrix. Rather than this TL, we can just directly specify P is equal to T of T transpose multiple by T, the whole inverse multiple by T transpose. So this is the projection matrix. Okay, we are also going to have that also. Let me execute and see what is the output. So kindly just observe, dear friends. Here we have a matrix with the T, and yeah, embedded with 4D space into 40 dimensional. And here we have the L. Yes, it recovers the original 4-dimensional coordinates from that embedding. And here we have the TL, where this exact TL is the projection that any vectors in R of 40 onto the column space of T. And dear friends, here I just want to specify one thing. Kindly just observe whenever we just go on towards this left inverse, okay, left inverse matrix. Kindly see here, to this code we just get left inverse, which is equal to a 4 into 4 identity matrix. Yes, this exists when columns are independent. But when on just going towards the right, yes, we have to identify TR. Actually it is a 40 into 40 identity matrix. Actually this would require full row rank, and it is impossible because here it is 40, that is greater than 4. And when we just make on towards connection to a least square functionalities, we have a formula that is X, which is equal to T transpose T, the whole inverse multiple by T transpose of Y. And it exactly solves the least square solution. And yes, dear friends, with this code, it just demonstrates how to construct a left inverse of a tall matrix. And it just verify the LT, which is equal to 1, exact recovery, and of course TL, which is equal to 1, that is also the verification. And here this TL we are just made with an interpretation that this is a projection matrix. And yes, this would be used in pseudo inverse, of course. Another one, it is a least square solution. Okay, here I just want to specify one thing, dear friends. Kindly just observe T transpose T whole inverse multiple by T transpose, yes, is the best possible inverse when T is not a square. Okay, now let me just move on to the right inverse. Dear friends, as specified in left inverse, yes, here in right inverse also, yes, by symmetric reasoning, a wide matrix W, yes, lies in R M into N. Yes, it is a rectangular matrix and full row rank that has a right inverse. And that meanings here it just gives as R equals W transpose multiple by W and W transpose the whole inverse. Dear friends, actually W multiple by R equals the identity matrix. Okay, and that is such that WR, which is equal to IW, that is W multiple by R equals to the identity matrix. Okay, let me just discuss this by using the code. So yes, dear friends, kindly just observe here. We have a matrix. Okay, so the matrix W is a wide matrix where we have a shape of 3 into 8, and it just maps as like R8 towards R3. That is, here we have typically a rank 3 matrix for full row matrix. Okay, so rank would be 3. Kindly keep it in mind. Okay, now we are just going to form the wide matrix, that is WWT. So this is what the right inverse. Okay, and when I'm just making this right inverse, yes, here we have the full row rank. Okay, so it would be the shape with the 3 into 3, and of course the property of symmetric, and this one is invertible if rows of Y are linearly independent. And let me just have the right inverse construction. Okay, as I have already specified, we already know that DAR, which is equal to W transpose multiplied with W transpose the whole inverse. So this is more Penrose pseudo inverse for full row rank matrices. And here when we have towards this right inverse property, yes, let me just have this. So we are just going to have the right inverse property. So let me just multiple both the thing with W. So what we just get? Yeah, it would be resulted with identity with the 3 into 3 identity matrix, and it just confirms yes, R is a right inverse of W. And when on just checking with the left inverse, of course it doesn't exist because the shape it is 8 into 8 and it is not an identity. And here when on just making towards this all close functionality, we receive the false. And here, what is this RW? Of course, here WR or RW, whatever thing. So this is the exact projection. And what is the projection matrix? Okay, let I just end with the projection matrix. P is equal to W transpose multiple by W transpose whole inverse W. And dear friends, when on just specifying this geometrically interpretation, this W is the compression of 8-dimensional space into 3-dimensional matrix. And here this R, of course, it lifts vector from R3 back into the R to the power of 8. And when coming towards RW, yes, this is the projects vector in R8 onto the row space of W. Let I just execute and see what is the output. Yes, dear friends, kindly just observe. We have a W with a 3 into 8 shape, and here we have the rank is 3. And when coming towards this right inverse, yes, we just have 8 into 3. So we receive an 3 into 3 identity matrix, and of course when on just comparing towards whether it is exists there in left or not, yeah, we received a false functionality. So that is what here. And where this is exactly used, of course, I have to conclude that with it. So dear friends, kindly just observe one thing. We have checked with right inverse. Okay, so right inverse matrix when on just existing with full row functionality. So this exists when rows are independent, so it equals identity. But when on making towards left, when on verifying it towards left inverse, of course we have RW, which is equal to I to the power of 8. So this is impossible here because not full column rank here. And towards the property functionalities, yes, this is connected towards least norm solution. Yes, and to the formula X is equals W transpose multiple by W and W transpose whole inverse Y. And it just solves the minimum norm solution. And dear friends, Of course, we have discussed here about two important functionalities. One is tall matrix. Yes, let I just give the pseudo inverse of the tall matrix. So A projection of A transpose, A the whole inverse multiplied by A transpose. And when just going for the wide, that is wide matrix, and here A projection which is equal to A transpose multiplied by A transpose whole inverse. So this both defines the Moore-Penrose pseudo inverse. So dear friends, here we have just constructed the right inverse for a wide matrix, and we have just verified WR and RW. And when I'm just making WR, yes, of course, it is an identity matrix of 3, but it doesn't confirms that identity matrix of 8. So here it interprets the projection onto a row spaces, and it has a connections with least norm solution, of course, pseudo inverse theory also. So I think this exact session it would be useful. So kindly like this video, share it with someone starting their data science or machine learning or generative AI journey, and subscribe to Demystify with Ajay for more such real world explanation. Thanks for watching, dear friends. See you in the next video.